Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Sheila Beelan. I'm coming to you with a review of Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 4, Episode 7. I believe it's called My Bloody Valentine. Galentine. Y'all, thank y'all for stopping in, listening to my opinion. I'm trying to create a village, and I do need your help to do that. If you are a subscriber, thank you for subscribing to my channel. If you are new, if you like it in my commentary, please don't hesitate to subscribe, like, comment. I do talk to everybody in the comments. Well, I try to get to everybody in the comments. And we're just going to have a good time. This is a really, really good episode. We're not going to agree, and that's okay. And we're not going to disagree, and that's okay too. I mean, that's what we're here for, to agree, to disagree, and to comment. And yeah. So this episode was really, really good, and it started out right into it. All right, you have Destiny and you have Kimmy. Kimmy goes to Destiny's shop, and I am so glad that we get to see the inside of Destiny's workings. Even though she's talking about Melody, she's still working. We get to see that her shop is up. We get to see that there are lights on. I didn't see anybody in there shopping, but it was probably early. She probably ain't open yet. But it's still good to see. So anybody out there in Huntsville, Alabama, go and patronize Destiny. Yeah, because we wanna celebrate our black beauty. We want to celebrate our blackness. You don't even got to be black. You just want to celebrate good people. And I think Destiny is overall a good person. So anyway, it comes on, and then they're happy to see each other. They got on red. She got on some red boots, child. I didn't get that in the picture. But anyway, Kimmy says, "What's going on with you and Destiny? Why aren't you friends? What's going on?" Destiny is like, "Child, I don't know. Shoot, I've been trying to figure that out." She was like, "Well, I mean, but what's going on? When did it start? Because normally you get into it, then you're friends again. You get into it, then you're friends again. But this time it seems a little different on both parts." Destiny is taken aback, like, "How? What I do?" And then she said, "It just feels different." She said, "Well, I know I'm more annoyed than I am before." She said, "Ever since they were down there at the reunion." It goes back to the reunion, and they're in the hotel room, her and Letitia, and they are talking about Melody. Melody, whatever she heard, she never tells what they heard, but she said it was negative, whatever that was. The only thing we know is that she said, "You know how those Sagittariuses are." That's all we know. But anyway, she said it was negative. So she's still trying to figure it out. Kimmy said, "Yeah, when we had lunch, she did tell me about the whole hotel incident. And she said that y'all were talking negatively about her." Destiny said, "So what did she say we said?" She said, "Well, we didn't get to that part yet." All right. So you just like me. We trying to figure out what happened. Destiny said, "I already told her what we said." And Kimmy says, "Well, Melody said you apologized." She said, "I apologize because if she thought that I said something, I didn't apologize for saying something." Her apology may have went something like this: "This Melody, I am so sorry. I do not want you to feel like we are talking about you. I am sorry. Please don't feel that way, because we were not." That's the apology. That's how it went in my head. And Kimmy is like, "Well, I mean, the apology to her was like an omission of guilt, but that ain't what it was." So they go on to say about Letitia. She is upset because she said Letitia is her enemy, and she doesn't want her talking to Letitia. And then Kimmy is like, "So when did Tisha become her enemy?" Child, don't nobody know. Melody said from the reunion. All right. So from the reunion, that's when Letitia became her enemy. Letitia still don't know that they were enemies. She don't know. Well, when they had the whole conversation, she was caught off guard about the whole enemy comment when Destiny and Tisha was in the booth when she was singing that song that she wrote back then. But now it's almost like Melody is starting to be on an island of her own. They say that she is over the show. I heard some rumors about her getting a spinoff show. I mean, maybe that's what she needs. Maybe she's outgrowing this show. I mean, I don't know. But the one thing you don't want to be is in an island on your own, because now you have to find people to really be your friend. Because it looks like she traded in Destiny for Stormy. That's her friend until her and Stormy get into it. So, anyway, so she's just like, So when did this all happen? This whole Tisha and her. And Destiny is like, and she don't want me to be friends with Martell either. And Kimmy is like, whoa, that's something. So how are they going to work this out? How is there going to be a resolve? Do you still want to even be around because she's having a Galentine's thing and she wants all the girls to be there? And Destiny is like, all the girls in who? Meaning who? Everybody. Kimmy gets in her confessional. She's like, I really hate that everybody's not on the same page. She doesn't like it. She says that it's almost like whenever they get to a place of pretty much friendship, then it gets broken and they have to keep rebuilding. The friendship isn't, and it's so hard because I remember Candy Burris, she would always say she would be cool with the people, like they would be friends and then they would break up, but when they would have to watch it back on TV, they're mad at each other again, so they can't even be friends because they have to keep reliving the moments, and then they're on a TV show, so I guess they have to have entertainment. I don't know. But anyway, so they're having this whole Valentine's Day thing, and she wants Destiny to be there. And Destiny is like, yeah, I mean, I want to be there, but this whole thing is childish. I'm an adult. I have adult things to worry about. I mean, is there going to be a bar there? Is there going to be some drinks there? So, is there going to be a door to where I can exit stage left? She was like, I mean, yeah, we're going to try to work it out. It is what it is. All right, so that's the whole thing. You have Marceau. He drives up in his Ram truck. He's going to see his brother Maurice at Maurice's place of business. So he goes in, he sits down, and he's just like, hey, what's going on? He said, well, I'm working on these apartments. I have 4 apartment buildings I have put up. I have another man that he wants me to put up an apartment building because he's seen the one that I already did, and he likes those. So he wants, I guess to mimic those buildings. I said, Marceau out here making this money. Marcel is really making this money. And I really want to see him building them apartment complexes. That would be really, really something to see. This like some HGTV type of stuff. I hate they don't show it. And then they bring up the whole thing with Martell. Martell wants to buy back into Scope. Oh, so he do? How do you feel about that? He said, well, he's talking different from the way that he was talking previous years because he brought up the whole 20 women's and he brought up the whole thing about you cheating too when he got caught up cheating. He got a baby now. Marceau got 2 babies. They bringing up all this stuff. No proof, but they bringing up all this stuff. So he was just like, but now he's talking different. Now he's talking like he really wants to work. The only thing about it is Tisha. Tisha owns, she said, contrary to people's belief, Tisha bought out. Tisha bought out Martell's shares. She sold one of her apartment buildings that she bought. She took the money and she bought out Martell's shares. So therefore, if Martell was to buy back in, whose shares would he buy from? Would it be Tisha or would it be Marceau? Marceau said it definitely ain't gonna be me because it's not gonna be Martell and Tisha's business. So at this point in time, Martell just needs to pretty much get his builder's license so he can build his own buildings. And they're going to start off with something small, a joint venture, which is Melody's thing that she has going on, and then we'll go from there. He used this whole analogy about cars. You have a big car, you have a little car. It don't matter how big or small the car is. What matters is if you're on a highway and if you ain't driving it right, you have a wreck, it tear up everything. Big, small, everything get tore up. So it don't matter. So they're going to start off small, they're going to work their way up, and we'll see where it goes from there. So that's pretty much that. Then you have Melody. She goes to see her therapist, Dominique. Dominique is there. She's been her therapist for a while now. I've known since she's got divorced. And so, how are you doing, Melody? I'm doing real fine. Just taking it one day at a time. In 2021, I was protecting my peace. I was just like, yeah, this my peace, and I'm not gonna be anywhere where I'm in a situation to where it's going to be negative. I will remove myself from this situation. But now it's 2022 and I'm with it. Whatever energy you on, I'm on. And mind you, I love Melody in her red. She looks so beautiful. She look beautiful in the red. I'll give it to her every day, all day. Hair, clothes, makeup, she look good. So the therapist Dominique was like, okay, so what I'm getting is if somebody comes with you to you with some stuff, you still gonna have to learn how to kind of walk away from it. Melody is like, well, that was 2021 Melody. 2022 may be a little something different. I said, well, okay, 2022 Melody. That's her fresh face. I think she looks really pretty. I had to drink some water, y'all, because my throat dry. But I think she looks really pretty with no makeup. All right, so here's a husband, Martell. No builder's license, Martell. So he's going around trying to find a business partner to keep himself afloat. But he's doing relatively good. He just sold some properties. He goes in the wilderness to find Fred. Fred is like, hey man, I'm glad you doing your thing. You out here back working. I'm a hustler. I work. It is what it is. And he's just like, okay, so we need you to get your builder's license. Builder's license? What I need to get my builder's license for? Because, Negro, you need to get it. Here's the book. I got everything highlighted. Study the pages. He dang near giving you the test. Just study the highlighted parts and go pass your test. Child. And then he was like, it's just like a relationship, like anything else. Anything can fall apart. If we get into it right now, we'll fall apart. Well, in my marriage, I was in there for 12 years, and it took 12 years for it to fall apart. Child. I tell you, cheated in your marriage for over half the time. You got a whole nother girl pregnant and a baby out here. So, you see what was Martell said? You feel me? You feel me? That's why you ain't in your marriage no more. Because you broke it up. You feel me? So you need to get your builder's license. So if you and this man get into it, you will have something of your own. You feel me? I mean, it ain't rocket science. See, they ain't gonna use that whole thing. Oh, well, men don't get into it like women do. Bruh, I got 5 brothers. I'm an only girl. Yes, they do. They don't talk. If I know right now, my brother done got into it with people and they ain't talking. So yeah, it's possible. I'm sick of that. Men don't do this, women do. Nah, everybody can get it. And if you don't fool with somebody, you just don't fool with them. It is what it is. Martell, just get your business license. And did y'all notice that Martell was really skinny looking? Yeah, he was really kind of skinny. I was like, Martell is really losing weight. So at the end of the day, he has another business partner. He's latching on to Martell. Excuse me, he's latching on to Marceau. He marching on to Maurice. Has he marching on? He latching on to Maurice. He latching on to Martell. Child. He latching on to Marceau, Maurice, and now Fred. Child. He was Melody. Now it's Melnica. Get your stuff together. Anyway, bye. Oh, yeah, they talked about the book. Plane Ride to Canada. Okay, I think, you know what? I think Martell told Fred to mention that book because it kind of came out of nowhere. Y'all go buy his book. Patronize the young brother. All right, here's the event of it all. You have Kimmy. She's hosting her Galentine's event, right? So Kimmy is looking really, really good in her red leather chair with the ponytail, looking like she is somebody gorgeous Valentine. You got Tiffany over there with her clothes on behind the bar. And then you have Letitia. She walks in with her bubblegum pink clothes on, her pants on that say wife. Yeah, she wants you to know that she's somebody's wife. I tell you that. And with her pink lip and her ponytail. And Kimmy gives them the rules. She like, hey, we're going to try to keep it cute. We're going to try to keep it cordial. We're not going to use the word girl. We're going to try to be respectful, And Tisha said, we're not going to use the word girl, so we're not going to use the B word either. No, you ain't using that word either. We want to be respectful. Yeah, please be respectful. All right. So then you have Letitia. She's over there sitting down looking at her phone. Melody and Stormy, they walk in together. That's her friend. So they walking in together. Tisha is looking down at her phone. Melody instantly looks over there and she's in her confessional. And she's just like, see, that's what I'm saying. She over there looking at her phone like I was all coming in here on high hopes, on high energy, and now look at Tisha. She over there on her phone. Now my energy instantly went down. Do you see how that setup is? You see how Melody trying to set the scene like it's all Tisha's fault? But mind you, you had her cousin. in your house talking about her to other people. So you think when you walk in that door, she gonna be in high spirits to talk to you? Because if the tables were turned, and if it was Tisha walking in, you wouldn't talk to her. And then the thing about it is, this is the crazy part. People will look at Tisha right now because she on her phone looking down. See, Tisha petty. Tisha childish. Tisha this. Tisha that. But if it was Melody over there on her phone looking down, see, Melody real. That's real right there. You know, she ain't for that BS. She ain't on that. You know, she keeping it real. Child, y'all, some of y'all don't know real from fake. But anyway, so that's an opinion. Don't beat me up. But it is what it is. Because when you, and then the thing about it is, when you like somebody, you like everything they do, good, bad, and indifferent. You don't know how to tell them when they're wrong. And when that person that you like don't like somebody, that person is automatically deemed bad. Whatever they do is bad. If she breathe wrong, is bad. If she look through the corner of her eye, is look how she looking. Look how she looking. But Melody make faces every scene. Ooh, you see that shady Melody, shady. Child, anyway. So then Destiny walks in. That Melody ain't said nothing to Destiny. Melody ain't said not one word to Destiny. So is Melody being real or is she being childish? I don't know. Let me know. So they down there, they talking. They look like they having a good time. So Kimmy does this whole thing about this game, the Galentine's game. They want to say something about them, I guess that's positive, and then something about them that's a misconception. So they don't put any names on the card. We have to guess who is who. All right. So the game starts out with here it is. First card said, hold on, I'm trying to find what the first card said. Okay, the first card said, I genuinely enjoy people and being there for people. The misconception is I'm selfish. All right, that's Melody. The next one says, she is fun and likes to have a good time. She does care about people. The misconception is she doesn't care about people's feelings. Okay, that's Letitia. Letitia, why you say your misconception is you don't care about people's feelings? She said, well, you know what? I should have said that I am naive because people think that I'm naive. Melody gets in her confessional and says, well, she says she naive. Is she or is she not? You decide. She mentioned it. All right. And so the next one says she's empathetic, quirky, and kind. Her misconception is she's stuck up and she is unapproachable. And that's Stormy. She says the reason why she feels that way is because people says that she doesn't come outside. She's like a ghost and they don't know too much about her. And then another one says, I am not messy and dislikes drama. They couldn't figure out what was the misconception or what's the positive thing about her. And then Tiffany, because it was Tiffany the one that said it, she said, well, I'm not messy. So is that what it is? No, well, I'm not messy. I like to be, I'm not messy. I don't like drama. All right. So then you have, Destiny, she says, I'm a visionary, I'm a dreamer, and I love the underdog. Misconception is she's aggressive. All right. And so Destiny says that a lot of people think that she is aggressive. She's done a lot of work on herself. She's trying not to be that person. And sometimes she says things, it's not aggressively, it's just that people really don't understand why she says the thing that she says. But she's not aggressive. She's just trying to work on, I guess, her approach with people. And Melody says, well, the whole thing with her last year about her talking about being aggressive. And she don't know if she is or if she ain't. And she maybe is, maybe she not. She said the people, they kind of all over the place. All right, and then you have Kimmy. She sits there. She said, I want to thank you all for coming out. And then you have Letitia. She interrupts and she said, let me pause, one moment. Because she heard that there was this whole pajama party, Christmas party, and everybody was talking about it. They was talking about her. They was talking about her husband. And she said, I'm right here. right now. I need you to say it. I need you to say it to my face. She said, because I wasn't at the party. So now, whatever you need to say, I need you to say it right now. And Melody said, so, I mean, who you said was talking about you? And then she said, I heard you. She said, you was talking to Kiki, and Kiki said that you were pushing her to say a lot of negative things about her husband. And then Melody is like, so Kiki said that? She said, yes. My cousin Kiki said that you were pushing her to say a bunch of negative things about her husband. So, you know how Melody is. She want to pull a receipt. But this receipt kind of, I don't think it did what it was supposed to have did. I don't know. Let me know if y'all feel that it did what it's supposed to have done. So Melody calls Kiki on the phone because Melody said, I am not finna indulge and do the back and forth. I'm just finna call Kiki on the phone. Which they should have called Tisha on the phone when they was sitting there talking about her husband and her. But anyway, so they call Kiki on the phone. Kiki picks up. Hey, girl, hey, what's up? She said, well, Letitia said that you said that I was pushing you to talk negatively about her and her husband. And Letitia chimes in and she's like, yeah, Kiki, you on speakerphone. And I don't need you to be on her line. And you said that Stormy said that you was talking about, that it was Stormy talking about her and her husband, and Stormy said that it was you talking about her and her husband. And Kiki said, well, I don't know who said what, but it was a conversation going on about your husband. Kimmy then chimes in and says, well, Kiki, you were doing a whole lot of talking. And I told you, Kimmy, which we did not all know, because we all were the one was saying, well, Kimmy, because she was talking in the confessional before we found this information out. We were like, well, Kimmy, you sitting over here talking about what was said and what wasn't said, but we didn't hear you say, call a girl on the phone. But come to find out, Kimmy did say, Kiki, if you feel this way, you need to call Tisha on speakerphone so you can tell her how you really feel and let her know, what y'all was saying about her. And then Tisha chimes in and was like, yeah, Kiki, I don't understand why you sitting over here talking about me and my husband. And Kiki said, well, shoot, I ain't say none that wasn't true. I said, ooh, okay. So Melody hangs up. And then Melody said that everybody was talking. The reason why we were talking about your husband is because of the whole picture. Now, everybody was saying something about your husband. It wasn't just me. It wasn't like I was just sitting there talking about you. And Tisha is just like, well, I'm telling you that if you needed to say something, you could have just told me and not be inviting my cousin. Stormy said, well, we were not trying to bash you. We were not trying to bash you. Your cousin is the one that was mostly talking about you. Your cousin is. So pretty much you need to take it up with your cousin. All right. And so Letitia said, but since you were so interested, she said, but interestingly enough, I didn't even know that you knew my cousin. Because as long as we have been friends, you ain't never said nothing about my cousin. My cousin ain't never been to no event. My cousin ain't never even been around. Melody said, but the thing about it is, I've been knowing your cousin before I knew you. So being that I knew your cousin before I knew you, then I guess she was trying to say that it's okay. And Tisha was like, okay, well, that's okay. You knew my cousin. And that's fine. But the thing about it is, I have never known that you knew my cousin. I don't even think that it's fair for you to be sitting around and talking about me and my husband. And Melody is like, listen, ain't nobody sitting around just talking about you and your husband. See, this is stuff I'm talking about. This childish. I don't understand why we got to go through all this because it's childish. And my thing is, I almost thought that there was a deflection. I thought that Melody was deflecting because she really didn't have no good comeback. I mean, yeah, you knew her cousin. Well, you didn't know her cousin. You knew of her cousin before you knew Letitia. But that doesn't give you right to sit up there and talk about that girl with her cousin since you done got mad at their reunion because she made faces that you didn't like. So now it's just like she want to say, oh, this is childish. This is what I'm talking about. So then you have Destiny. Destiny's turn is this. Destiny said, well, this is what I don't understand, Melody. We were friends. We were friends. And you said to me that you didn't want to bring people into the new year that you were not friends with in 2022. And she was asking Melody, where did that come from? Because I didn't know that we had an issue. And Melody is like, so what do you think? What are you trying to say? I mean, yeah, I wasn't bringing in anybody that I'm not friends in 2022. And so Destiny said, I didn't even know that we even had an issue until you brought up the whole op situation. You said that Tisha was your op. And Tisha was like, op? What do you mean op? What's an op? And Kimmy said, op is a military term for opposition. Tisha is like, so when did I become the op? I don't even understand. When did I become the op? And then Melody gets upset. She's really getting really upset. She's like, ever since we were at the reunion, you have brought up, she said, ever since we, she said, she said, this is what I'm talking about. Every time when I try to talk, you always chiming in. I don't understand why you just won't let me talk. And Tisha was like, but you brought me up. You're sitting here talking about me, but you don't want me to say nothing. And I don't think that's fair. And in my opinion, I understand you want to get the conversation out between Melody and Destiny, but don't talk about me like I'm not there. And I totally understand Tisha for that. But I still want to know what's going on because I'm nosy. Okay, so Tisha, shut up so they can talk. But anyway, so Tisha said, well, you brought me up. And Destiny is like, yeah, you sitting over here talking about ops and everything is childish, but you bringing this girl blood cousin to your house to talk about Tisha. Now that's childish. And I was like, yeah, that is childish. Destiny do got a point. You bringing up this girl blood cousin. That ain't even cool. And Melody was like, but the thing about it is, I already knew her cousin and all of that stuff. And then Destiny is trying to explain about the whole Melody is trying to explain about the whole cousin thing. And while Melody is trying to talk, Destiny is like, girl, stop. Girl, stop. Girl, stop. Now, mind you, Destiny is the one that started saying, girl, stop. It wasn't Letitia. And you can already see that Melody is getting heated. Melody is getting annoyed. So she is throwing her anger out to wherever. So they're trying to make it seem as if Tisha was the one that is being aggressive and doing this stuff. But Tisha is literally defending herself, in my opinion. All right. So Melody is like, yeah, dog, I just want to sit up there and talk. You know what I'm saying? Y'all were talking about me. And both Tisha and Destiny are saying, what did we say? Tell us, what did we say? Since you were by the door listening, what did we say? Melody gets upset. And she says, I ain't finna be sitting here talking to this B. I ain't even talking to her. Tisha said, what? Who you calling a B? And she jumps up. And then Kimmy jumps up and she said, hey, we not going to do that. We are not going to name call. We're not going to call people out their name. And Melody said, see, she always trying to fight. She always trying to fight. Because mind you, in the beginning, when Tisha had brought up this whole thing, Melody said, look at her acting out hood, sitting up here acting like she's straight out the hood. Why are you being classist? You sitting up here talking about this girl, she acted calling, talking about her being hood, but you are the first one to call somebody out of their name. One of the most derogatory names at that. But she acting hood, honey, you acting hood too. Period. All right. And now Melody is trying to paint this narrative that Tisha want to fight because Tisha jumped up. But I understand because you're not going to sit up here and call me out my name. If I'm not being disrespectful to you and I'm just trying to figure out what's going on, You not gonna be talking to me like that. We women at the end of the day. And Melody is like, I'm not. See, that's what I'm saying. You put me in situations to where she said, you're putting me in situations with people that I don't like. I don't understand why you sitting over here taking up for it. Cause she said, where was all of this energy at when they was calling me girl? What was all of that? And Kimmy said, before you got here, Melody, I told them we are not going to use the word girl. We not going to use the word, the B word or anything like that. But you were not here. Melody was like, well, ain't nobody use it. Ain't nobody use it. And mind you, like I had said earlier, she brought up the whole reunion. And she said that that's the problem. Tisha always chimes in. But when they showed the clip back, Tisha didn't say nothing. She just made a face. And don't do that. So that kind of did prove Mel wrong. Tisha didn't say nothing. All right. So Kimmy is trying to calm everybody down. Letitia's like, yeah, but you called me a B first. You did. You did. So you can't call her a B first and then put it back on her like she want to fight. That ain't cool. It ain't cool at all because you started it. No. All right. And so Melody talks about excuse me. So then they all sit down. And then Melody explains, like, look, we were just talking about the picture. We were just talking about the picture. And she said, I just want to let everybody know it wasn't like that, and they somehow, some way they calmed it down. Let me see. Yeah. All right. And then they calmed it down or whatever. And so then it says, yeah, they whole time about, I had got about that. They talk too much. Because I'm reading through my notes, right? All right. Kimmy said the whole thing about being respectful. And she was like the old girl thing, all that stuff. And then all right. So now they calm down. They back talking. Everybody sitting at the table, right? Okay. So then you have Destiny. She's back talking. So Destiny tries to, I guess, make her peace. Stormy chimes in, right? And Stormy was like, well, I have a question. She raises her hand. And she says, so Destiny, you said op. Who is the op? And Tisha talking about, girl, I don't know. Stormy said, girl, I don't know, or whatever. So she said, so why aren't you and Mel friends? What really happened? And then Destiny is like, I don't know what happened. Ask her. And then Stormy was like, but I'm asking you, what's going on? When did the friendship break up? She said, I don't know. Ask her. Kimmy chimes in. Kimmy said, well, this is a question that both of them can answer. So she's trying to figure out, really, you really don't have to direct all your questions at Destiny. Ask them at Melody too, because Melody is the one that brought up this whole thing that she ain't friends with her no more. So I understood that. So Stormy is just like, well, I'm asking you. I want to understand why y'all not friends no more. And then Stormy said, oh, so Melody tries to explain herself. Melody was like, well, when me and Destiny had a friendship, and she's just like, had. And then, because she said she had did her hair, she kind of swooped her hair. Had. Kimmy said, no, we not going to do that. We not going to do that. Let her finish her point. You just not going to come back with that. And Destiny is just like, but she said had. I was just piggybacking off of her head. Because this is here. Stormy like, well, I want to know. I'm nosy. Because in my mind, Stormy is really, she's the type of person, she likes for things to make sense. And I'm the same way. I need to know the details. I don't need to know this piggybacking, horsing around, all this stuff. I need to know A, B, C, and D because I need to learn how to move between all of these people. So let me know what's going on. I really want to know the details. And yes, Stormy, I want to know too because I wanted to hear. And I got sick and tired of all them interruptions because I really wanted to hear what Melody had to say. While all of them were together, because it's different when you over here with your collective group of people talking about it, and then they over there with their collective group of talking about it. But when they all in the same circle, I want everybody to talk about it because I want to know, child. Shoot. But anyway, so that's when Kimmy was like, don't do that. Don't say the had stuff. And then Kimmy said, just let her speak. And then Destiny got an attitude. Well, I'm not going to say an attitude, but she was trying to defend herself against the reason why she said had. And now Kimmy was like, so Destiny, you getting aggressive with me. And so Destiny was like, you right. Go ahead, Melody. And Stormy was like, nah, I wouldn't go after that, Melody. Don't even do that. Tell my go ahead, Melody. You don't do stuff like that. And then Destiny was like, well, I'm finna let you speak. You go ahead and speak. And so, she was like, well, I don't even want to talk now because I guess because of the way she was acting, child. I don't know. So then there was this whole back and forth that confused me, and I think it confused everybody at that table. So then you have, child, what my handwriting say? All right. So Destiny is like, hold on. He said, I ain't gotta be, okay. I ain't gotta be Melody. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me like that. I guess that's what Stormy said. I ain't Melody. You ain't gotta talk to me like that. And then Stormy do this thing like, what's good? What's up? And then Destiny was like, well, what's up? And then they like, what's good? What's good? I was confused. And then Melody was like, what? Like, what's going on with them two? Like, what's good? What's up? Because the thing what it is, okay, they already heated. And I completely understand. They already heated. Destiny is really upset with Melody. Melody is really upset with Destiny. And it's like almost Melody took her anger out on Letitia. And now, because she was upset with Destiny, and now Destiny is taking her anger out on Stormy because she's mad at Letitia. All this misplaced anger. And you have all these other people that's really getting into it that really shouldn't be getting into it. Like, this need to be between Destiny and Melody, but it do need to be between Teacher too, because they've been talking about her the whole time. But anyway, what's good? What's good? What's up? What's up? You know, and then you don't want it. Yeah, I want it. Bring the heat. What's the heat? You know, child. It was just this whole big old back and forth. But anyway, to be continued. Child, I know I paused some, and I know I was trying to get my notes together because some of these notes I couldn't even really read. But my thing, child, they showed out. And it looks like they're going to continue to show out the next episode. So anyway, I know I forgot a lot of things, but charge it to my head, not my heart. And remember, Jesus loves you. This is Sheila B. Like, comment, and subscribe. And y'all have a great day. And I'm not editing none of this stuff out. I don't even know how to edit. Anyway, bye.